I'm not making any money talking these days. Good Christ. I'm a dick, folks. I'm not going to lie to you. Because I'm a fucking jerk. Apparently, I'm a dick. I'm an awful guy. Hey, what's happening? Mike Schmidt, 40-year-old boy podcast. What drink is this? Can you guess? Seriously, can you guess? Black Cherry Propel, folks. You're all wrong. Nice try. Although those of you who do follow Mike Schmidt very closely will know that was Black Cherry Propel because, unfortunately, that is all he drinks. That and water. Water, however, is the episode of another podcast. We can't possibly... It's a beverage podcast. We only cover one beverage at a time. That beverage, folks, is Black Cherry Propel. Like the label says, it's fit water. It's got vitamins. Says right on here, too, Propel, fit water, beverage. Because they, you know what, they were angling for inclusion in the beverage podcast. They put it right in, they're like, you know what, how do we get to, oh, hold on. Hold on. I sound like you last week. All right. And folks, by the way, that's the ruse that I've played on all of you, because I'm recording this after I recorded last week's show. This is Saturday before Christmas even. But the thing is, I might be out of town, as we've all discussed last week. You may have heard. So if I'm out of town, I had to have something else the following week for you guys. And I was going to call in and do it. I was actually going to record one in Chicago with my buddy Mex. And I don't think that was going to work. Because then Mex would have to sit there and record me. And nobody wants to do that. Lili barely wants to do that. You know Lili von Stupp. She's the person who runs the buttons. All right. So basically, this is just an episode to tell you folks that I'm not going to be here this week. It's the new year. It's now January 1st. If you're listening to this, no, it might be the 2nd. No, it might be the 1st. Who knows when you're listening to it? Christ, it could be March. I have no idea what you folks do with your lives. But I will tell you that I'm recording this on the 20th of December. So I did want to just go ahead and make sure I had something to put on, some sort of placeholder. Lili von Stupp has assured me that she will put outtakes in here to make this somewhat of a special show for you, won't you? That's going to be some work for you, but here's the thing, folks. When I do this show, I'll say things sometimes that don't make it onto the air. I know that's hard to believe. I know you've heard me talk for 75 minutes and gone, there's absolutely not another word that could have come out of that man's mouth. But trust me, there are things that are said that don't find their way to the airwaves. And Lili, for some weird reason, has saved them. I don't know why. And occasionally I'll be sitting here and she'll go, listen to this. And then it'll be me chattering my teeth for like 90 seconds. I'm like, why is that even on your computer? It's wasting time and space. She goes, I think it's funny. So, because of her pack radishness and her saving of all of this material, I'm going to put her to work. So, and she's going to earn it. Believe me, she's going to earn her pay, folks, because I cough up a pretty penny for her. So she's going to put some outtakes on this show. And I don't know what they'll be. She's going to find them, and you know, there was one. What was one titled? Viagra something? I don't know. Like she titles them, and then she goes, I don't even know what this is. But then it's some random stupid nonsense of me talking, and I don't know why. I don't know why she would keep it. But now the joke is on her because she has to do the work of editing them and putting them together in what is going to be somewhat of a clip show.
No, there's no editing.
To kick off.
Go back to back.
Come on. To kick off the year 2008. So let me go ahead and set up this first clip. This is me, Mike, sitting at the kitchen table with a headphone on before we did the show. And this is me acting like a jackass and Lili recording it. So let's give it a listen. What do you say? There will not be a hidden track on my CD of where I make fun of everybody because that's all the fucking show is. There's not going to be. What could possibly be hidden about that? That's out in the open, friends.
Well, what's really funny is, what are you going to do, make fun of yourself?
Sure. That's the cast. Let's bust the cast's balls. Schmidt, you fuck. You too, Schmidt. Jerk. Oh, you ridiculous hump. All right. Wow. That was gripping entertainment right there, don't you think? I got to tell you, folks, I am funny on the finished product. But good Lord, how funny am I in the stuff that doesn't even make the airwaves? Can you believe that? You heard that. You heard that with your very own, as David Lee Roth would say, your naked, steaming ears. And I'm sure you're thinking to yourself, God bless America. How does that not make it in? How does Shaved Panda and a Holocaust Conley get in and then that doesn't? I don't get it. This guy's got tons of gold that he hasn't even released. That's what happens, folks. So, but again, this is Lili. Thank her for posterity. She's actually told me, she's like, you know what, do me a favor, contact Eric and get the first couple of shows so we can hear what that stuff is like. And I don't blame her because I really want to get that stuff. And I've told Eric, but Eric is busy with life. He's going to have a family soon. And he doesn't want to, the thing is I got to go to Riverside with like a server or a blade. They call it a blade, folks, in the business. And I got to go ahead and download those shows so I have room. And then Lili will work her magic and make them funny. I always do that, too, when I finish talking. When I finish a show, I'll go, do me a favor. When you edit this, make it funny. And apparently there's a Pro Tools button that says funny. And that would indicate that we were using Pro Tools. I don't know if we are. I don't know. Who the fuck am I? Am I Adele? Am I some singer? No, I'm no singer. We don't use Pro Tools. We use Audacity. And there used to be a mixing board here on the table, but it's gone. I don't know. Lili is streamlined. Oh, there it is over there. Lili bunched up his placed it over on the other desk. All right, let's keep this clip show rolling because I know you folks are sitting there thinking to yourselves, man, there's no way he has any more hidden tracks or buried gold. I do. Call me the fucking podcast Blackbeard, and I'm getting a shovel and digging up my gold. And you guys can benefit from it. This next clip, I'll set it up for you. It is me wearing headphones with a microphone and sitting at the kitchen table, and pretty much Lili recording while I act like a jackass. Let's give it a listen. You say action, but just because you push a button doesn't mean I know what the fuck I'm going to talk about.
Apparently you're not ready.
Fantastic. Let me tell you something, folks. It's not too often that you can find a guy who's got that kind of stuff that he didn't even bring to the surface. You think I'm laying it all out for you. You're like, good Lord, this show couldn't get any funnier. Look at the stuff I chose not to air. Look at the stuff you know what that was the equivalent of? The stuff, that clip you just heard, that's like if a singer before a show is going me, 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 like doing that. I'm doing that almost in the most literal sense because that clip is just me going me, 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 me. Because everything is about me. I don't think you folks have gotten that yet. This podcast, and by the way, here's something for you. Take a look at that picture right now on your iPod of me. I'm wearing that shirt right now. As I do this podcast, I'm wearing that exact same shirt. God damn it, I love symmetry. And which means, unfortunately, that I was wearing this shirt last week when you heard the show. Because I think I've told you, I recorded both of these back to back. I recorded last week's show, the Christmas show, and then we went out and had a nice lunch. And then I've come back here to do the clip show, which is very important. I love to celebrate 2009 with a clip show. I said that when I was a kid even. I said, you know what? I can't wait till 2009 shows up. I'm going to usher it in with a clip show, no matter what business I'm in. If I was a plumber, I would just be doing clips of me repairing toilets. That's what I would be doing. And by the way, never a plumber in my life. I can't fix. We were at lunch and Lili said glass packs, which I guess is for cars. And the only reason I know it because it's in a Y&T song. There's a Y&T song, and he says, I got a 57 Chevy with 4 on the floor, glass packs, cheater slicks, a 454. Now, all I know is a 454 is an engine because that's what they used to call me at the House of Blues. I know that. But I talked about that on here, right? Where the guy called me Big Block Engine? I told you that. I swear to God I talked about it. That was the other bouncers would call me 454. And I said, why 54? They go, because you're a big block engine. It doesn't stop running. And I was like, all right. Because then I was like, when I grabbed the dude by the hair at the fucking Mana show, and I grabbed him by the fucking hair as he was pulling the Brazilian flag. I told this goddamn story. I swear to God I did. Mana threw like a Brazilian flag into the crowd, or was it Juarez? I don't know, one of those bands, one of those rock and Espanol bands. They had a Brazilian flag or something. They threw it into the crowd. There was a big fight between like these 4 people. And then it came down to 2 people, and the one guy wouldn't let this woman have the flag. And so I leaned over and I grabbed the guy by the hair and I pulled his head back and I go, give her the fucking flag. And then he let it go. And then after the show, Big James came up to me and he goes, 454 ain't no joke. I swear to God I told this story. But if I told it, if I didn't tell it, who cares? You're hearing it again. Enjoy that. So, again, another clip coming your way here, folks. What can I tell you about this clip that hasn't already been said? All right, here it was. This was a clip. I remember this one, actually, here at the house. It was when I showed up, and I put on headphones, and I sat at the kitchen table, and Lili was recording, and I acted like a jackass. So let's go ahead and hear what she's got. Boo. Hello. That's if I was at the bottom of a hill podcasting.
You should do your whole podcast as if you're at the bottom of a hill.
Hello.
I could put an echo on the whole thing.
Hey, what's happening? 40-year-old boy. Down here. What if I was at the bottom of a hill? Is the microphone at the top of the hill? All right, so that's why I'm yelling up. I have to yell up to it. Hello! Why wouldn't I take a microphone at the bottom of the hill? Who am I? That's not smart.
You had the microphone at the top of the hill and you fell down the hill.
I fell, or did I forget it? Because if I fell, why am I still doing the show? Let's be honest with ourselves.
Let's go on.
That makes no sense, though. If I fall down a hill, I have to tell you something. If I fall down a hill, this show is off. I am not doing the show. If I ever am at a recording and I'm planning to do the show and I fall down the hill, forget it. It's over. We're done. I should be doing this during the show. This would kill a few minutes.
That's your opening.
Are you recording? You're not recording.
Yeah, recording.
Oh, fantastic.
Everything.
Hello! Who podcasts from the top of a hill? Why would you do that? That makes no sense. You know who does? Jack and Jill.
Nice.
They went up the hill to bust out a free podcast.
And the Ricola guy.
He would too, yeah. He's got he and his two buddies. Because they're blowing the horns and he's yelling, right? Or are they all blowing a horn? Or are they all yelling? Is there an acapella? Does Ricola do an acapella version? I don't have no idea. All right, let's start a show. I'll never be able to recreate this magic. This is so good stuff. I just, you know what? Let me write that down. All right, are you ready? Jesus Christ. I'm in awe at the quality of these clips. And by the way, if you think I've heard these clips, you are sadly mistaken. I will be hearing this show for the first time when you folks heard this show. I'm doing I'm doing these intros and outros, and then I'm going home. And then Lili is going to spend her Christmas holidays putting together the clip show for your enjoyment. So go ahead and thank her via email. You can get her at lili@burlesque411.com. Go ahead and send her that. And if you go to burlesque411.com, by the way, you'll get all the information about people taking their clothes off. And Lili's one of them. She's got her jugs on display constantly in this town. As a matter of fact, they're out right now. She's doing a couple of. She's got pasties on. This is great. She doesn't really. She's actually wearing 9 layers of clothing. This is more clothing than I've ever seen you wear in your life.
Freezing.
She's got a shirt and a jacket, and she almost choked to death earlier. All right, so sometimes, folks, when I'm funny, I don't even have to be talking. I know that's hard for you to believe. That's hard for anybody to believe. Sometimes I'll sit down and I'll just put on the headphones, and then there'll just be a bunch of fucking random noises. I don't even know where they come from. But let me tell you, they're fucking hilarious. Let's hear what we got. Teeth. That's my teeth. That's my teeth.
So, I mean, yeah, that's the difference.
That's teeth and pen. You ready?
Oh, I've been recording all of this, so whenever you are.
Unfortunate. Ha! Come on! That's loud. Hello. Hello, hello. This is Romeo. Calling from a jackpot telephone. Melissa. Listen, folks, you have never heard clicking and chattering like that in your lives. You do not know how lucky you are. This is what free podcasts were invented for. So some guy could just bite his choppers into a microphone for seconds on end, and someone in Finland could go, "What the fuck is happening? Is he clicking a pen? What the hell is wrong with that guy?" Exactly, folks. But It's coming to you in 2009 special clip show. This actually might be the final one. This might be the one that ends it. This is going to be the podcast that ends the internet. I'm doing a clip show on a podcast, a free podcast clip show. I am certainly the vanguard of entertainment, folks. But by the way, the internet is folding within itself soon anyway, because here, listen to this. There was a thing about Governor Rod Blagojevich from Illinois this week, and I was reading it online. It was a discussion, and if you know the internet, it's the Wild West. It's a bunch of people with anonymous names making fun of one another, and all saying you're gay, no, you're gay, and then of course every podcast in America goes, no, I'm gay. So on this thing a guy named Jade Warlock pasted this. Okay, he posted this in the thing. It said, he wrote, because he was responding about something. All right, all these people are posting, and basically what the post was, it just said, death to lies, I think Dangerous Fat Man has got a point. And that was written by Jade Warlock. Jade Warlock said death to lies had a point. Or no, he told Death to Lies that Dangerous Fat Man had a point. That's it. It's over. Seriously, the internet is finished. All discourse has now completely ground to a halt. When Jade Warlock, Death to Lies, and Dangerous Fat Man are trying to make serious points to one another. Are you fucking kidding me? Seriously, fellas. All right. And how proud are they, by the way, of sitting at home with their Dangerous Warlocks and their Dangerous Fat Man. All right, yes, I am a little jealous that he took Dangerous Fat Man. I'm very upset. God knows that I should have beaten him to it. How did I not? It was out there the whole time for me to take. Ah, damn it. All right, folks. One clip left in the special clip show. And, when they would show all those, like, retrospectives of The Tonight Show, and that guy would throw the tomahawk into the guy's balls, this is the Ed Ames throwing a tomahawk into a guy's balls of podcast clips coming up. I hope it can live up to that hype. I can only hope that this following clip can live up to that kind of hype, folks. To where 35 years from now, people will constantly be going, hey, remember when Mike Schmidt trotted out the Ed Ames throwing a tomahawk into the balls clip of podcasts? Oh, it was fantastic, wasn't it? I don't even know what it is. Again, folks, I am going to hear this when you hear it. I will tell you, however, that I lived it. So this clip, I can tell you, actually is probably going to be me with headphones on, sitting at a kitchen table, Lili recording while I act like a jackass. Let's give it a spin. So, I woke up this morning, and I was heading down when I say down, of course, I walk out of my bed down, because I sleep, I'm the princess in the pea. I sleep on 10 mattresses, and I have a ladder. Heading down out of there into my bedroom, and I was trying to get dressed, and yet I was like, you know what, I should jerk off, or I should just take a shower. I can't figure out what to do. I'm up in the air, so I went ahead and called my brother. No, I didn't. Called my uncle to see what he would say. I said, hey, what would you do in this instance? He said, well, I wouldn't call me. I can fucking tell you that. And hung up on me, which was disappointing, because I haven't talked to him in 11 years. So it seems odd that I would call him today to ask him that question, because if we haven't spoken in that long. But you know what? I figured since he has not known me in 11 years, he would have an untainted opinion on this question. He would be someone to ask. Someone who knows me now might be influenced on what to say. But I think he would have a fresh perspective because, again, we haven't spoken in so long, he would just flat out tell me what he thought. He wouldn't be influenced in any way by trying to keep me as a friend because, fuck, I haven't talked to him in 11 years. So what does he care? Look at that. That was it. That was the absolute grand slam home run of free podcast clips. Let me tell you, aren't you glad that Lili saved all of this? You know, in the old days, like I've watched classic albums and Pink Floyd and those guys, they've got scraps of tape and they show you how they had to make these albums. Lili pushes 4 buttons and you've got all of this stuff delivered right into your ears. All of it. Chattering teeth, clicking pens, me talking about my uncle. It's all there for you folks. God damn, you're lucky. Hell, I'm lucky. I'm lucky to have brought it to you. I think we're all lucky to have shared this common experience. You know what? This is organic. We've become one with this clip show. Lili and I and you just rolling around in a big naked pile. All right. I'm a little freaked out. I just yelled at my wife, folks. I'm not a good guy. And because I'm doing the show. I'm doing a podcast, which is very important because it's free. And my wife comes in and puts a cell phone in my face and tries to explain something to me, and then I yell like a jackass because I'm stupid. Awful. So if she's listening, because she left. She's gone. I mean, that was it. That was pretty much the final straw. It was the death blow. And I want to say I'm sorry, honey. So if you're listening to the show, please don't hold it against me that I couldn't believe that you jumped in when you didn't realize there was a live microphone. All right, so I think that's going to do it, folks. I think that's going to wrap up our clip show here. You can write me at mike@MikeSchmidtComedy.com. You can get me at myspace.com/MikeSchmidtComedy. You can get Lili at burlesque411.com. Go there for all of your burlesque needs. And remember that she does a show every Monday night at the 3 clubs on Santa Monica and Vine. So every Monday night you can go see Lili Von Stuck there and check her out as she goes ahead and gets naked and has a passel of naked friends. And so get her there. Also, remember, I did the comicsoncomics.com. I did their podcast. I don't know if it's posted yet. So head on over to comics.comics.com and, or no, sorry, comics.comics? That makes no sense. Comicsoncomics.com. Go check it out because I think they should have the live clip of me at this point. They might not. I don't know how they're working it. And also remember to go to comedyfilmnerds.com and read all of my reviews and articles. I keep hiccuping. You know what, folks? You might hear this. If you heard this clip is from the show you're listening to now. How freaky is that? I hiccuped like twice and I made myself stop. So if and I'm stopped down. So if this worms its way in, know that I'm wearing the same shirt from the picture, and this is recorded on December 20th. There you go. That's when this clip is from. This clip is as fresh as the show you're listening to. Man, this is a great clip. What kind of beverage is this, folks? Any guesses? Black Cherry Propel. Absolutely right. Ireland got it correct. I heard Sweden also coming on the outside, and Connecticut also burst in with Black Cherry Propel. Nicely done. So, this is so meta. I don't know if this is still a clip or if we're back to the show. Again, I leave it to the whims of Lili. Lili will figure it out and figure out where this clip goes, if it's even a clip, if this is part of the show. I have no idea. I just know that me and Dangerous Fat Man have to go get lunch. So go ahead and enjoy this show. Again, Mike at MikeSchmidtComedy.com. Review me at iTunes. Subscribe through MikeSchmidt.com/podcast.asp. You can get me at myspace.com/MikeSchmidtComedy. You can check my interview out at myspace.com/LaughRiotRadio, LaughRiotRadio. And also remember Lili, and that's Lili, at burlesque411.com. Write her and make sure that she's doing well. All right. So, write us, contact us, review us in iTunes, and, it's the end of the year, the beginning of the new year, and I'm going to go ahead and say thank you to all of you guys for listening. I did not think I would ever do this, and Eric Butterfield made me do it, and I am very glad every single time that I record an episode that he did, because this has been a blast to do this. I'm glad I was able to do this year, and let's hope that in 2009 I can continue doing it, and you guys will continue sticking around and listening. I want to thank Lili Von Stuck for picking up. First of all, again, thanks to Eric Butterfield, because without him, there is no show. And then also thanks very much to Lili, because without her, there is no show, because once Eric decided that maybe this isn't for me, Lili was right there, and because I was ready to chuck it in, and she came in and said, hey, I would really like to do it, and talked me into it, and I said yes. So thank her, and thank you guys so much for listening. And thanks to everybody who's made this show possible over the year. Thanks to the people I almost fought at the movies for the happening. Thanks to the woman who apparently had just almost broken up with her fiance and took a poke at me when I went to see another movie. And thanks, Big Dick Dwayne from the Swingers Club. Thank you very much for providing so much comedic fodder for me. Thanks to the guy at the pie eating contest who I was going to eat pie out of his skull. I'm glad that he was involved. I want to go ahead and thank, who else can I thank? Let's see. There's, I'll thank Shauna Johnston, who I wound up making out with and giving hickeys to when I was a kid. She provided some much-needed levity here during the podcast. I want to go ahead and thank Mex, because my friend Mex was responsible for the sponsors who we've heard the last few weeks. Me and Mex were the brainchild behind that. We are the brainchild. Apparently, yes, he sits on my shoulders, and we're like the Master Blaster from Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. So I want to thank Mex. I'll thank Dennis. I'll thank Jeff. I'll thank all of the guys who are my friends. Oh, and I got to make sure that I thank Van Halen, because they've been a huge part of the show, and they haven't sued me yet, which is nice. I'm glad that they decided not to get involved, because they're like, he's not making any money off of it yet. There's nothing to take from him. So good thinking. I want to thank all the people who've made my graveyard job a wonderful place to be. I want to thank them because they, without them, honestly, I'd probably just nod off and then everything would get stolen and I wouldn't care. Even then, I wouldn't care. I want to thank the terrorists in Mumbai. They provided us with so much levity over the years. And I want to go ahead and thank the, Terry and his wife who own the 7-Eleven where I fell asleep. Thank you guys for allowing me to go ahead and embarrass myself in that way and then tell people about it in the future. That's so great. Thank you very much. I want to thank my mom for being a lunatic and for getting high all the time. And I want to thank my dad for drinking himself to death. Thanks, Dad. And I'm sure that helped. That certainly contributed to this. I want to thank the two guys at the post office who I wound up getting out of my car and almost fighting. And then my wife yelled at me. I'm a dick, folks. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a decent guy because I am a jerk. And I'm not a jerk. Man, I'm an awful guy. I'm not an awful guy. I am not a good guy. But I don't think I'm a bad person overall. So, and go ahead and by all means judge that. I'm kind of a jag-off. I got no future. What am I talking about? But I am a jag-off. And I'm not a jerk. I'm a nice guy. It's just I guess I have jerky tendencies. I've done so much ridiculous stuff, and then I wonder afterwards, I'm like, man, how come I don't hang out with anybody? Here's why, because you're a dick. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished.